It's Steve Fall from 10 Count. I'm here with Big E with the best shirt on in the world.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Just classic films. Nice touch.
You have a sense of fashion, though. Every time anyone sees you anywhere, you always look so great. Has this always been part of your repertoire in life?
I think most people that know me would say that I have zero fashion sense. But I've actually made, I'm 37 now, so as I got older, I've made more of a concerted effort to step it up. So I'm getting there. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good for the ego to hear.
Well, you gotta feed it sometimes, It gets hungry.
Thank you.
Now, I was there in Boston the night you cashed in Money in the Bank, and you won that championship against Bobby Lashley. How were you feeling that night? Because in the crowd, that was the first time we had an audience since, I believe, COVID. So it was a huge opportunity to be there, seeing you win that championship.
Yeah, no, that was honestly like one of the most special moments in my career. Anytime you get a chance to be a world champion in our industry, it's obviously huge. And I'm someone, I've spent most of my career as a tag team wrestler, and to get an opportunity to do some stuff in singles, and then finally get an opportunity to win the Money in the Bank, and then to cash in. Also, like, my mom went to BC. My sister lives in Boston. I have extended family in Boston as well. So I feel like a real connection with the city of Boston. So to do it there was very special. But, for me, that's what I remember as well. I think about the pandemic, and we had these pandemic champions, and they did such a great job. But really what we do is so much about crowd reaction, and it's about, just being able to look out in front of people and to see them react to whether it's trying to get them to boo or to cheer. It's the essence of what we do in our industry. So it was really special to be able to do that in front of fans, and that audience, they made it so special. Being able to look around and see everyone, see so many people on their feet cheering for me, that was a special moment.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was so sad, though, when your championship reign ended, and still to this day, we all want you to get that rematch back. Still to this day. I know your health update, how are you feeling right now? How's your neck?
I feel incredible. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Especially, it's very sobering too when you talk to spine specialists and other medical professionals, and they let you know, like, hey, you're very fortunate, because if this was me, we're talking about stroke or paralysis or death. If it wasn't, thankfully, having a pretty muscular neck really saved me. So you realize, how dangerous what we do is. Please don't try this at home. We say that for a reason.
It was real.
Yes. But also, for more than anything, it kind of made me just grateful for life, grateful for the fact that I'm still here, and I have no nerve pain, no muscular issues. I feel incredible. Honestly, this past year, I have just felt so good, and I'm so grateful for that.
Now, you've been on the road for so long, so now obviously nobody wants to get injured, but you've been home. Like, you've been able to do maybe things you couldn't do because you've been so busy on the road. Is that am I reaching there?
No. I think it's definitely, your life changes like fairly drastically. And I've been on the road a lot, especially since I've been out of the neck brace, but in a different capacity. You're used to being on the road doing, it's Raw every week or SmackDown every week, and we have live events, and you're used to that hamster wheel. It's been different. And that's kind of the cool thing is, I've been with the company since I was 23 years old. It's been 14 years of being with the company. And even when I was in FCW and not on TV, we're still doing shows on the weekends. So to kind of have Saturdays and Sundays free, and to be able to see friends and whatnot, it's different. So although I wouldn't have prayed to break my neck in 3 places, it's not something I'm necessarily excited about, but it's really kind of opened up some opportunities for me in different ways that I've been able to appreciate.
Good, because I can only imagine when you go away for a while like that, people think they'll forget you, or there's no way they're going to forget you, obviously. But at the same time, like, does that go through your brain?
No, for sure, man. I honestly am surprised, especially with kids, too. I see young kids, and I would think, like, if you're 5 or 6 years old, I've been out for a year and a half, there's a good chance that, you might have never seen me wrestle, or maybe you just don't remember, So you always think, especially what we do in entertainment just in general, and in sports, it's kind of, the machine keeps going. And, there are new athletes, new talent who come in and out, but, the wheel will keep running. And that's something we all know, and you have to prepare yourself for. But it really has been humbling after a year and a half. So many people still ask about about me and want me to return, and it's been cool to see that people haven't forgotten. So thank you for not forgetting.
Of course, we'll never forget. We'll never forget the dancing and the gyrations.
Yes.
And you've been champion, Kofi's been champion, Xavier Woods. Like, do you see the future for him as champion as well?
Yeah, no, that's something that obviously, he's so talented. It's something that we've been pushing for, and I just think he's a guy who, people know how talented he is, but I still feel like in many ways he's still one of the most underrated guys on the roster. He's still so incredible and so worthy and deserving. So I always want the best things for both my partners, but Woods is definitely a guy who I think is I'd love to see him get a real run at a singles title. I know he's been talking about the IC title as of late, and going from there. But yeah, I'd love to see him be a world champion. He's deserving.
Now, you've been heavy in the tag team division for so long. How proud were you seeing a tag team match, main event, or WrestleMania?
No, that was beautiful, especially those guys, man. Like, obviously, I've known Sammy and Kevin for several years, and they're so incredibly talented. It's just so talented, and to see them capture people's imaginations in that way was just really beautiful to see. But even the Usos, man, I told the story at Wale Mania at WrestleMania week, but man, I remember there was a time like this. We're talking circa 2010. I was picking Jay up because he didn't have a car. I would pick him up on the way to practice. This is the time we were making $500 a week. So to see guys that I was with when we were young, trying to make it, trying to figure it all out, all these years later, over a decade later of knowing those guys, to see them in this slot, to see them as main eventers, just absolutely tearing it up, really meant a lot. So not only was I just so moved by seeing tag team wrestling in that position, but also the guys in that match, and Sammy and Kevin I've known for several years, and I think the world of them is talent, but also the Usos, who I've known for the entirety of my career essentially, and we think about, we talk about getting it out of the mud, we talk about that like it's real, man. So it just, as I get older, it means more and more to me to see guys that I struggled with, to see them in just doing so well in life, to have families that are successful and happy, and it's beautiful to see.
Well, it is beautiful to see your shirt and your beautiful face, because it's always a pleasure talking to you, seeing you. I hope to see you back in the ring soon. Is there a date?
We have no timeline, unfortunately, but I appreciate everyone asking and praying for me and all that. So sincerely, honestly, everyone who checked in and asked about me or emailed or DM'd or whatever it was, it really meant a lot to me. I couldn't get back to everyone, but I'm very appreciative.
You didn't get my pigeon carrier message?
No. Or the singing telegram. I wasn't home. I wasn't home for that one.
It's disappointing. I sang happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm sure it was beautiful and moving.
I was there.
Yeah, I know I would have cried many tears, but I'm sorry.
It's okay. I accept your apology. You know what? I don't accept your apology. No, I'm sorry.
All right.
Can you go now?
Yeah, I'm
you know what?
Do I have to?
You can stay. All right. One final question, though. Yeah. Can we dance for a second?
Okay. We're dancing?
We're going to dance a little bit.
Okay.
A little Big E, come back soon to TV. That's for you and for me and for everybody out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate everything.
Of course, thank you.